Hello, this is Carrie from Cookbook Divas, and I have a library haul today. I'm super excited to go to the library and pick up cookbooks. Some of these, though, besides the library haul, they have been sent to us by publishers as a gift, which is awesome. And a couple of them I bought on Amazon because I had to have them right away. So, we're waiting for our Amazon friends to join us. Yay! And I'm going to start off with the Amazon carousel, talking about my Harney & Sons caffeinated blackcurrant tea that I am drinking in large quantities. I see that my camera's having trouble focusing on me today. Oh, goody. All right. I'm going to start off with my brand new, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this, Jane Austen's Table Cookbook. Ah! I love Jane Austen. I'm a huge fan of Pride and Prejudice, especially. Mansfield Park is not my favorite. Northanger Abbey is not my favorite. Emma is growing on me, but check out this new cookbook, Jane Austen's Table. It came out last week on March 8th when I was out of town, and so I got home and this was waiting for me. I was so happy. Let me get my camera figured out a little bit better. Is that better? Okay. Recipes inspired by the works of Jane Austen by Robert Tousley Anderson, and the publisher is Thunder Bay Press, which I hadn't really heard of. The other book by Robert Tousley Anderson is the Tolkien Lord of the Rings cookbook. I'm excited. I barely peeked in this when I did a reel over on our Instagram today. And hello to those of you on Amazon Live. I hope you'll drop a hello. Let's check this out. So when we do our cookbook look-throughs, we haven't looked through these because we want to look through them with you for the first time. Starting off, black and white, copyright 2022. Here's the table of contents, so not very fancy. Let's see what they're doing. Oh, I'm going to need some glasses for this font for sure. Breakfast is the first chapter, and then picnics, nuncheons, and light bites, and then dinner, and then trash and sweet things, ices, cakes, and puddings, and then entertainings, routs, and balls. Well, let's see what it says on the back. I should have started off. We're looking through Jane Austen's table. Good apple pies are a considerable part of our domestic happiness, wrote Jane Austen. From picnicking on Box Hill and supper at the Netherfield Ball, to Mrs. Bennet's family dinners and strawberry picking at Donwell Abbey, food plays a valuable role in Jane Austen's novels. Jane Austen's table brings readers a sumptuous array of recipes that capture all the spirit and verve of the food of Austen's world and the Regency era. Adapted and reimagined for the modern day, that's helpful, including recipes such as Netherfield white soup, Box Hill picnic pies, General Tilney's hot chocolate, and summer berry delish. This beautiful collection of over 70 recipes provides an irresistibly charming experience of Austen's work like no other. Alright, let's find out. I'm just going to read a tiny bit of the introduction before we move on because I have 115 cookbooks to quickly look through with you today from my cookbook haul, and I wanted to show off my second camera, which is new here on StreamYard. I can point down at a cookbook from my new camera, which I bought thanks to, I think it was Gina Capone's stream. I think she's the one that recommended this arm for pointing down at a book. Anyway, this way I can flip through a book over here too. Woohoo! But for now, let's turn this little camera off and focus on Jane Austen. Those of you joining us on Facebook and YouTube, please drop a note in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Same thing for you watching on Amazon. We're just going to quickly go through the introduction of Jane Austen's table. Introduction. The characters in Jane Austen's novels belong to the well-to-do, leisured gentry, and even when thrown into straitened circumstances like the Dashwoods in Sense and Sensibility, which came out in 1811, spend much of their time socializing and consequently eating and drinking. Okay. Alongside the everyday round of breakfasts, teas, and family dinners, we find a profusion of more formal meals and R-O-U-T suppers, and even in perhaps the most famous scene in all Austen, an idyllic summertime picnic. This last takes place in Emma, published in 1815, where the whirl of social engagements and the meals that accompany them seem to preoccupy the characters more than in any of the other novels, etc., etc. So let's get to The breakfast chapter, we have a black and white illustration here and a cute little flower here. There are very few breakfast scenes in Jane Austen's novels. Perhaps this was because of the novelist's sense of propriety. After all, breakfast was, and still is, the most intimate and private of meals, taken when a household was still in mufti, as so to speak, not quite ready to face the day for the round of visits and visitors this might entail. First recipe of the book, and we have a gorgeous color photo. Henry Crawford's lazy breakfast eggs. Mrs. Cassandra Austen's scrambled eggs. So Cassandra Austen, was Jane's sister. So we're not just doing fictional characters, but also real life people. In Jane Austen's time, it was common for farms, cottages, and other rural dwellings to include a poultry yard, of course. Oatmeal with a black and white illustration, and then a little color one down here. I don't think any of us really need an oatmeal recipe, but okay. The Comtesse de Fouilly's breakfast brioches 3 ways. Lady Susan's raspberry and mascarpone brioche, which we hopefully get a picture of. Mary Crawford's tarragon and mushroom brioche. That sounds amazing. We do not get a picture of the brioche, but here's the Love and Friendship pain perdu. Beautiful photo. Donwell Abbey strawberry conserve. Nice. That is a scene from Emma. Bath buns. Pound cake. Let's get out of the... Frank Churchill's cardamom coffee. I can't show you the whole cookbook, so I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. Food and Austen's flourishing heroines. Picnics, nuncheons, and light meals. There were plenty of other opportunities for eating and drinking in the Regency period, outside the principal meals of breakfast and dinner. Lunch, however, at least as this term is understood today, was not one of them. The gentry ate their breakfast so late that a midday meal of any size would have been redundant or just plain greedy. Okay. Box Hill picnic pies. Elizabeth Martin's sausage rolls. You know, it makes sense if you're the leisurely gentry. You don't have to get up early. You finally get up and your maid has to help you get dressed for hours, especially if you're a woman. You finally eat a late breakfast, 10 or 11. Why would you be eating lunch at noon or even 1? But then by tea time at 3 or 4, you're starving. Yeah. Stuffed tomatoes. So what are these from? Oh, in a letter to her sister Cassandra in October 1813, Austen wrote, "Have you any tomatas?" Upper cross mushroom pies. I'm loving all these vegetarian options that are in Jane Austen's table, for those of you just joining us. Mr. Collins's pea soup. Quick and easy, this fresh-tasting soup makes the most of the classic combination of pea and mint. Mr. Collins, the sanctimonious parson in Pride and Prejudice, is perhaps the Austen character whom readers most love to loathe. No, that would be Caroline Bingley in my case. She is a biatch. Pemberley chestnut soup. Mary Musgrove's meat platter. I forget who Mary Musgrove is. Who is she? Oh, she's from Persuasion, yes. Jumping ahead, a club sandwich. I love club sandwiches. As a vegetarian, when I order them, hello TCM, I order them with extra avocado instead of the meat. Plum and crushed peppercorn jelly. We have about 14 more cookbooks to get through before I have my lunch. Captain Frederick Wentworth's ship's biscuits. Probably don't taste very good, but you never know. Ooh, here's a beautiful photo. Shall we find out what that's of? That is strawberry and lavender shortcakes. No Georgian household was without a good store of lavender water. Ooh, I'll have to make some this summer because I grow lavender in my yard here in Seattle. This was made at home by gently simmering fresh or dried lavender buds in water and pouring the essence through a sieve or cheesecloth. Oh, Martha Lloyd, Jane Austen's close friend in real life, recommended this. Okay. William Cowper's Poetical Melon Cooler, picnicking Regency style, so we're going to learn a lot about food history when we go through this. Dinner chapter. Dinner was something of a movable feast. Its exact timing depending on one's class, where one lived, one's occupation, and even the time of year. In the first half of the 18th century, everyone had eaten dinner early, perhaps as early as 11 o'clock. but as the decades passed, the meal took place later and later. By the Regency period, fashionable city dwellers might sit down to dinner as late as 8 o'clock. 11 o'clock, hello. Another filled white soup. Yeah, I think they called lunch dinner, and then dinner got later, and then it was called dinner. Another filled white soup has chicken stock, 4 eggs, Parmesan cheese, fresh bread, white breadcrumbs, nutmeg, pepper, and basil leaves. Well, I could make this tonight. I would just use vegetable stock because I'm vegetarian. Salmagundi. I do not know anything about salmagundi. TCM says, lavender is a bit dubious in food, lol. You have to be so careful or it tastes like soap. Yes, definitely. Oh my gosh. Even in cocktails. My phone is fighting with my speaker. Here we go. I will say, though, Jenny's has a lavender flavor that's about the only food you've liked it in. Yes, are you talking about Jenny's ice creams? Yum. We have a visitor named TCM joining us on YouTube. What is salmagundi? Let's find out. Looks like a salad. It's a great summer salad when tomatoes are at peak flavor. It's also ideal as a make-ahead dish, as the taste improves the longer the vegetable and herb mixture sits, but don't add the flatbreads or tortillas until just before serving. So, popular as a first course through the 18th and early 19th century, salmagundi, or cold hash, was always more of a concept than a recipe. Okay. Lime Bay mackerel. I'm going to skip ahead. Chicken curry. Mrs. Bennett's venison pot, but no picture. Hunsford Parsonage ginger pork chops. And Chawton Cottage garden risotto, or risotto as the British would say. A potato and cauliflower curry. That looks really good. Oh my gosh. What would you guys make first out of this cookbook if you have it? Katie draws. Hello. Katie loves the illustrations. And TCM says the high fat content of her ice cream helps a lot. Yes, that would bribe me into liking some ice cream I don't like. This is Frank's roast vegetables. Oh, Mrs. Austen's spinach and potato gratin. It's a lot more tomato-y than I would have thought. I should have tomato in the topic. 10 cups of spinach leaves. Wow. 4 tomatoes sliced, 3 eggs beaten, light cream, and a pound and a half of potatoes. Well, that sounds doable. Food at sea. Going to talk about Captain Tilney. Trash and sweet things. Ices, cakes, and puddings. Why are they talking about trash? Oh, in Persuasion, one of the many bones of contention between Mary Musgrove, the sister of the book's heroine, Anne Elliot, and her mother-in-law, who lives up at the Great House, is that every time her children go up to see her grandmother, she spoils them rotten by giving them too much trash and sweet things. That's why that chapter is called that. Okay. Summerberry Delish, a whipped syllabub, but no pictures. I really would like to have more pictures in here. This is a picture of Summerberry Delish. That is a gorgeous picture. That would be so amazing in summertime. And the ingredients involve a lot of gelatin, so I can't make it because I'm vegetarian. This is Mrs. Woodhouse's All Apple Tarts. Lydia's Whim Wham. Lydia would like to whim wham something, I'm sure. Here's a stunning photo of Chawton Cottage plum pudding. Make that at Christmas time and blow people's minds. A gingerbread loaf. I think that's all the preview I should do out of Jane Austen's table. The Amazon customer that's watching us says, wow, that looks stunning. The dessert chapter is beautiful. I know, that really makes the whole book. And can you see that the front of this is gilt with red? Really pretty. Okay, let's move on to our next cookbook from my library haul. The next one is a cute, tiny little cookbook called Scandi Bites. Adorable. 60 recipes for sweet treats, party food, and other little Scandinavian snacks. I loved the cover. I had to grab this. On the back it says, this is the perfect little gift for Scandi fans who want to bring some Nordic charm into their kitchen. Try making your own delicious cardamom buns for breakfast, honey bombs for Christmas, smoked salmon open sandwiches for lunch, or delicate raspberry eclairs for a family birthday. With over 60 sweet and savory recipes for all sorts of snacks, treats, finger food, bakes, and pastries, you get plenty of inspiration for every occasion throughout the year. Gina Capone is in the house. Hello, Gina. You just missed Jane Austen's table. And now we're on Scandi Bites. Gina, are you the person that I bought a giant because of your live stream? And feel free to put your address here in the chat window. Did I get this via your channel? Because I have this using for my second camera, which I'll share, so that I can do a top down on cookbooks now. I think I found that on your channel, and I want you to put your address here in our chat. Meanwhile, I gotta get back to Scandi Bites. I'm gonna stop sharing my second camera. I love that StreamYard added that second camera option. Woo! Love it. Scandi Bites. Trina Hanneman is the author. Never heard her name said out loud. Came out in 2019. It's an adorable little cookbook. Hardy Grant is the publisher. Ooh, that's her little Scandi house. And the table of contents could not be more simple. Introduction, Fika and tea time, smorgasbord and savories. I know I just mispronounced that one. Celebrations and basics. And TCM says, is this like adorable Noma? I don't know what Noma is. Here's our author. Introduction. Scandinavia is the land of Fika, or the coffee pause. Any excuse to take a break. Having coffee with cakes and treats is a part of daily life, be it at home or in a cafe. I love that lifestyle. Having coffee with Scandinavians like buns and pastries in the morning, sandwiches for lunch, and snacks during the day, and cakes in the afternoon. Is it afternoon here yet? No, it's only noon. Wow. She writes that when she grew up, they had 3 main meals a day and some treats in between. That sounds like my Scandinavian relatives. For sure, they all had a sweet tooth. Times are changing and we eat more fluidly during the day now. Often it's more about small bites during the day. So here's the Fika and tea time. Cinnamon buns recipe. Those look burned to me. I don't know what you guys think. Gina, you're supposed to put your address in the chat. Cardamom nuts. Those look burned to me too. Maybe the... Okay, this looks good. Buttermilk buns. Way less burned looking. Poppy and sesame seed Danish. Ooh, jam or pastry cream Danish. I've actually never tried to make a Danish myself. Have you? Anybody that's watching? Here's a marzipan and poppy seed Danish. That is a ton of poppy seeds. Wow. TCM says that Noma is Rene Redzepi's place in Denmark, a 3-star place, real envelope pushers. Unfortunately, said chef doesn't have a great reputation. Ooh. Is it entertaining reading to look up their Yelp reviews? Now I know what you mean by Noma. Yeah. Here's a chocolate Danish. Spelt and anise rolls. Anise tastes like licorice, so I don't personally cook with it. Look at the interesting shape of this coffee bread. I would have called that toast. Raw bites. Easy to make because you don't have to cook them. Ooh, sweet rye rolls, and those do not look burned. But I need to jump to the next chapter because I can't show you the whole book, but I have to show you this Runeberg Cakes. They must have a special baking pan for that, right? It says they got their name from the Finnish poet Johann Ludwig Runeberg, who, according to legend, enjoyed them every day for breakfast. Huh. Chocolate-topped medals. Ooh, a raspberry variation of the chocolate-topped medal. That's interesting. Okay, rum balls, coconut macaroons, but look at the shape of those. That's an interesting shape. Ah, these pastries are well done. That's certainly a style. If that tastes good, often depends on how much liquid is in the dough, specifically butter content. I can tell that TCM is a baker. Raspberry slices, cute. Okay, hot chocolate and sweet buns, lingonberry and marzipan cakes. Florentines. All right, now we're in the smorgasbord, or I would say smorgasbord, and savories. I don't know. Salmon and horseradish snitter. Sometimes I feel like I'm in a snitter. Open sandwiches, yes. My Swedish mother-in-law always makes open sandwiches. Constantly. But they're kind of hard to eat because you're like, oh, don't spill. Amazon customer says, I love open sandwiches. So these ones are the ones in these pictures. Okay, get ready. This is kind of interesting. Beef pickles, egg and smoked mackerel, pork apple salad, and cucumber goat cheese cream. Yum. And here's egg tomato and avocado prawn. TCM says those cakes from the other chapter might be cooked in a quenelle mold. Good thinking. Calling me as a baker is generous, but I'll take it. Asparagus tartlets. Ooh, cute. I would make those for dinner tonight if I had time. Sausage bread rolls. I am going to the store and I should pick up some asparagus so I have the option. Okay, guys, I'm not sure what you think of this. Are you ready? Beetroot and bacon muffins. I guess it wouldn't taste bad. Katie Draws says, you were proving to me that I need to bake more. I thought I was pretty decent. Ha ha. This is rich cheese crackers. I don't usually have the time to make my own crackers at home. Rye crisp bread. Shower buns. Shall we find out why they call it shower buns? Make this dough in 10 minutes, and then you can use it in the mornings for fresh made rolls. They bake in the time that you shower. You can play around with the dough and swap some of the wheat flour for other types. And rye breads, rye crackers, classic bread rolls, rye rolls, walnut kisses. Did we change chapters? We suddenly seem to be in... Yes, we're in the celebration chapter. Excuse me, I jumped ahead too far. This is raspberry eclairs. Walnut kisses we talked about. Marzipan cakes. She writes, when I was a child, my siblings, cousins, and I loved our grandmother's Marzipan cake. It was a crazy green from the food coloring and probably tasted more artificial than I would appreciate today. Marzipan cream buns. TCM says beetroot and bacon might work, like maple syrup and bacon perhaps. Good point. Good point. Buttermilk scones with cream and jam. Choux pastries with rhubarb cream. I have rhubarb growing in my garden, just barely starting to come up. Someone planted it years ago and it's very hardy, and I don't care for rhubarb, so I take it to the neighbor. Finished sugar cookies. Almond cookies. I knew we were going to see some almond cookies in here. Honey bombs and Christmas stars. And a winter spiced pastry and marzipan cakes. Lots of marzipan in this cookbook. And then the basics at the end of it. So that was your sneak preview of Scandi Bites. Gonna move on to the next cookbook. I'm gonna put it in the Amazon carousel for those of you watching Amazon. So this is in minutes, and full disclosure, the publisher sent us a free copy of this because they were hoping we'd look through it on camera, and we have been. This is Claudia McKenna. She's written several other really good cookbooks, but I prefer to be a lazy, busy cook, so this is probably going to be my favorite because everything is designed to be made in 10, 20, or 30 minutes. How much time do you have to cook tonight? I have time to call Uber Eats. Well, it's a busy work day. I'm streaming all day today. Kyle Books is the publisher that generously sent us this copy. And look how cute the author is. Photography by Dora Kazmarek. And the chapters are simple. 10 minutes, 30 minutes. Oh, sorry, 20 minutes and 30 minutes. And then at the end, a recipe for rosemary Claudia bread. Introduction. Okay. So she's starting off with something I've never heard of. Here's the 10-minute chapter. Ooh, pretty. We're here for the pictures, right? She calls this cloglo salad. I've never heard of that term. Yes, TCM says most things can be cooked in 30 minutes if you have someone to do your mise en place for you. And the way my boyfriend and I do it is he is blind. When he opens a refrigerator, he literally can't see or find anything. Like the orange juice is right there on the top shelf. He's like, where is it? I can't find it. So about 5 o'clock, I pull the stuff I want to have made for dinner out of the fridge and lay it on the counter. And the counter is clean of anything else except like a knife block and a cutting board. So he comes home, he finds the stuff in the counter, is like, okay, this is what I'm making. So that works. Ooh, warm lentil salad with goat cheese. But I feel like they have beets in there that they didn't mention in the title. Black pepper. Yeah, they didn't mention that in the title. Yeah, I know. Oh, I'm sorry, Anna. You wanted to see the cover again. And welcome back, Anna. Glad to have you here. Our Amazon viewers are very shy and quiet. I would hope they would say hello. Taco salad, one of my favorite alternates to Taco Tuesday. Grilled vegetable and couscous salad. Lemony fettuccine alfredo. I could eat pasta every night, and I can't. I really can't. Spring garden gnocchi. Now, stick around because I think, Anna, you might have seen me look through this cookbook before. We've got about 14 more for my cookbook haul. And if I could actually set my camera up correctly, I could show you the giant pile. Woo! Creamy forest pasta. Look at all those mushrooms. I like how they found a similar color tablecloth to lay that on. The cover of the previous one, here, let me grab it, was Scandi Bites. Is that what you're looking for, Anna? Okay. In minutes. Here's another few recipes. We're still in the 10-minute chapter. Those are topped flatbreads. She calls this one the dal deal. Lots of chickpeas. One and yum squid. Not something I would be cooking in my house, but you might like it. What else is in the creamy forest pasta that looks interesting, says Amazon customer. Let me go back and look, because I'm intrigued by that too. But that looks like an expensive amount of mushrooms. Wild mushroom sauce, olive oil, butter, mixed wild mushrooms, garlic cloves, chopped rosemary, white wine, full fat creme fraiche. Oh, no wonder it looks so creamy. And black pepper. And of course you could add prosciutto or whatever you wanted to add to it. This is called gambas pil. I probably said that wrong. Garlic cloves, chili flakes, raw prawns, peeled, lemon juice, parsley, sourdough bread. Okay. Ooh, Moroccan prawn rice bowl. Now what makes it Moroccan? Ah, harissa paste, turmeric, chickpea, yep, and raw prawns. Linguine puttanesca. I'm loving this chapter because it's the easiest stuff. Express stir-fried rice with pancetta and peas. That way you're getting lots of protein. Yep. Egg and sausage muffin. 10-minute meal. I would probably only do that at breakfast, personally. Ham, Gruyere, and spinach quesadilla. That's a brilliant idea. I've never had a Gruyere quesadilla. I love it. That's a great idea. Poached eggs in nduja. I need to remember how to pronounce that word. Tomato sauce with butter beans. Let's get to the 20-minute chapter because I can't show the whole book. Okay, 20 minutes. Here she is. Yes, quesadillas, Anna. Vietnamese summer rolls with peanut dipping sauce. I actually live near Asian markets so I can get my hand on the wrappers, but I've never been brave enough to attempt making my own summer rolls. I should try. I mean, it's not going to taste bad, right? It just might fall apart. Spiced falafel meze balls on a bed of salad and couscous. Thai red curry with tofu. That's a great 20-minute meal. Indian spinach and paneer curry. That's something I have to make when my boyfriend is away, which he is today. He's visiting his parents, so he's going to have dinner with them. I could make curry tonight because he just doesn't like the smell of curry, and I understand that that would be gross to come home to. Tofu Pad Thai. TCM says, it strikes me that a rice cooker probably turns most midweek meals into 10-minute affairs. If you don't count the time you aren't attending the rice cooker. Yeah, and often I will soak my rice. I'll wash it and rinse it earlier in the afternoon so I can let it drain for a while, and then that makes it so easy to pop dinner out faster. She calls this rocket to the sky burger. And it has lots of pesto, and it has halloumi that you put on the... Oh, that sounds really good. And the rocket pesto is pine nuts, rocket, turbo tempeh tacos. Katie says, I love sag paneer. I think that's what that was. I'm surprised her recipe takes 20 minutes, unless she has a pressure cooker. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Katie. Risotto Milanese. Now, what makes it Milanese? It's butter, olive oil, shallots, risotto rice, like arborio or carnaroli, dry white wine, saffron threads. And I have saffron threads in the house thanks to Trader Joe's making them affordable for me. Thank you, Trader Joe's. Hot chicken or vegetable stock, and then Parmesan cheese. Japanese tempura with soy dipping sauce. I'm a sucker for fried food. Linguine con vongole. Shall we get to the 30-minute meals? Because I got to skip over this. Can't show you the whole book. But this is cute. Happy hot dogs with, oh yeah, yum slaw. I'm not going to have hot dogs for dinner, but your kids might want to. 30-minute meals. Okay, here's where the really more complicated stuff comes in. Here she is with what looks like a spinach pie or a quiche. The ultimate mac and cheese. Nut roast balls, onion gravy, and greens. So nut roast balls are vegan alternative to a roast dinner. Nice. I would eat that. Sweet potato, feta, and caramelized red onion frittata. TCM says, skeptical of that saffron rice risotto hybrid, especially in 20 minutes. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. TCM says, I like both of those things, just not sure I'd sign up for a hybrid. Yeah. Those of you that are watching us on Amazon Live, please weigh in. Okay, this looks amazing. Spinach, leek, and feta phyllo pastry tart. So I make spanakopita a lot. I don't think to put leeks in it. That's ingenious. I love leeks. Singaporean black pepper prawns. This book is pretty heavy on prawns. Creamy smoked trout, pea, and mint spaghetti. My boyfriend catches trout in a local lake in the spring and summer, but he throws them back and doesn't eat them, and I keep inviting him to feel free to cook them. I don't care. Here's fish and chips with zippy tartar sauce. He would love that. Several pictures of her enjoying them. Quick chermoula fish parcels. Crumbed fish burgers with cabbage slaw. And I'm guessing that the prep time is a lot about forming the patties and heating up the barbecue grill. I don't know. Sticky honey salmon with smiling greens. TCM says the spinach and leek phyllo thing sounds fantastic. Yes. The juiciest burger of all. Corn chowder with crispy bacon. I do like making soup, but I like to make it the night before because it tastes better the next day. And a Speedy spicy spag bowl. I do not know what that is. You guys probably do. Let me know. The ingredients is a beef mince and smoked paprika and chili flakes and oregano and beef stock and tomatoes and olives. Whoa. And notice there's no desserts because this is a dinner book. So the last recipe is rosemary Claudia bread, and I'm guessing it's a relative. She says, it's a special bread to me. The smell of it baking fills my home with a feeling of warmth and love every week. I'm guessing it was her aunt or mother or something. All right. That was Claudia McKenna in minutes. And now I have so many ideas for dinner, and I hope you do too. We're going to move to the next book in our Amazon carousel, Your Daily Veg. And just to give you a preview, those of you that are watching on YouTube can't see what's coming up next. We're going to do Leon, Happy One Pot Vegetarian. And then we're going to do Food with Friends. And then about 10 more, including Nadia's Kitchen, a couple of boba books, Posh Kebabs, something called Sweet Sugar Sultry Spice. So I have my work cut out for me today. Okay, Your Daily Veg. This is another publisher. Send us this book for free, hoping that we would enjoy it and look through it on video. And we are. Thank you very much. Author is Joe Woodhouse. Modern, fuss-free vegetarian food. Love it, because fussing is something I don't want to do in the kitchen. So, what do we say in the back? Deliciously simple cooking that just happens to be vegetarian. Your Daily Veg celebrates everyday vegetables in a fresh and modern way. Chapters focus either on one core vegetable or on a group of similar vegetables, celebrating seasonality and encouraging you to experiment. Joe Woodhouse blends textures, spices, and flavors to create satisfying meals that use minimal ingredients, yay, but achieve maximum flavor. With tips on how to best prep dishes and advice on minimizing stress and time in the kitchen, each recipe is as straightforward as possible. You know, I'm not trying to minimize time in the kitchen. I love spending time in my kitchen, but not on a work night. No. On a weekend, sure. Okay, contents. The chapters are potatoes, carrots, and beetroot, squash and pumpkin, cauliflower, broccoli, and other greens, onions and leeks, aubergine and peppers, asparagus, courgettes, i.e. zucchini, and green beans, tomatoes, sweet corn, and mushrooms. I love that it's by ingredients, whole. That's great. Those of you that just joined us on YouTube and Facebook, we're looking through Your Daily Veg. TCM says it is nice to see more vegetable books divided into seasons rather than meal or vegetable family. I find that a far more useful organization, especially fond of 6 seasons in that vein. Thank you for sharing that. You guys should look that up too. Okay, here's our author, Joe Woodhouse. He writes, vegetarian and vegan food has often been labeled boring, stodgy, and bland. I want to create dishes that are visually appealing, bold, but crucially even better to eat. Recipes that really satisfy, built from good quality ingredients that are allowed to speak for themselves, and most importantly, can be enjoyed by everyone regardless of whether you eat meat or not. I love that. Okay, first chapter. Don't know why I need glasses, that's a giant font. Okay. Potato farls. So I have Scottish and German and Norwegian and Swedish heritage, and I just crave potatoes all day long, and you would think I'm part Irish too. I'll eat a potato every day if I can. Sweet potato and ginger stew with quinoa. I don't care for sweet potatoes, but I'll eat them if someone makes them for me, and I'm allergic to ginger, so I won't be cooking this, but you guys might want to. Roast sweet potato, white beans, and crispy sage with quick pickled red cabbage. That's an ingenious idea. Those of you that just joined us, we're looking through your daily veg. Potato boulanger, or boulangerie. Here, I'll show you the word. There you go. Boulanger, I think. Sweet potato salad with loads of herbs and pink peppercorns. Okay, this is a lot of sweet potatoes, but we are in the potato chapter. Potato salad with green beans and toasted buckwheat. Whoa, okay. Those of you that just joined us on Amazon, we're looking through your daily veg. Potato and cheddar pie with apple sauce. Ooh, so I would like take a bite here and then dip it in there and the sounds good. Quick carrot salad. That would be great in summer. Roasted carrots with chili flakes, fennel seeds, goat's curd, and marjoram. I would skip the fennel seeds, too licoricey for me. Carrot and ginger soup. That would be a nice warming one. Carrot and red lentil soup. I would make that. I love lentils, and I have a lot of them in the house. Beetroot. They often end up in salads, don't they? Roast beetroot with raspberry vinaigrette. Ooh, nice. TCM says apple pie and cheese is one of those regional things that I can't get behind personally. Yeah. I had friends when I was growing up. They moved because their dad was in the Navy. They lived in San Diego near me. They moved to the East Coast and the South in particular, and they had a piece of apple pie, and their neighbor came over and said, would you like some cheese and toast with that? And they were like, no. And the neighbor was like, what? And he put a piece of cheddar on top of the pie and then served it with a piece of toast. I don't need toast if I'm already eating apple pie crust. Like, that's weird. Different. Braised lentils with beetroot, spring greens, yogurt, and herbs. Now we're in squash and pumpkin. I don't care for squash, but I'll eat it. Roast butternut squash with whipped tahini, pickled red onion, and mint. I would definitely eat that. You had me at mint and pickled red onion. Yum! Pumpkin gnocchi with spinach sauce. That sounds amazing. That's something I never would have thought to make. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Butternut squash, potato, and red onion gratin. I like that idea. This seems to be a Thanksgiving sides chapter with the pumpkin and squash. Gratinated roast pumpkin. And you wouldn't be eating pumpkin in summer because it's not been harvested yet, so it's out of season. Fair enough. Ooh, cauliflower, broccoli, and other greens. Cauliflower spiced with celery and blue cheese dip. That sounds amazing. I've never thought of dipping it in blue cheese. And I like the idea of dipping it rather than just putting the blue cheese all over the cauliflower, because then you can't control the amount. What if somebody just wanted a little bit? Or what if someone like me wanted blue cheese everywhere? Katie says over on Facebook, I haven't tried apple pie with cheese. I would though. I really enjoy apple slices dipped in cheese fondue. Yes. Oh, now you made me hungry for fondue. Cauliflower curry with onion salad. And I'm enjoying, as a vegetarian, going out to dinner at fancy restaurants. Often I ended up eating risotto because that was the only vegetarian option. And now they're starting, cauliflower is like a huge trend, and I love cauliflower. So I can go to a restaurant and have something different. Cauliflower cheese tart. Yes, please. Quick pickled cauliflower. I should do that. Yeah. But there is a mason jar shortage because everyone is pickling at home because we have more time now. Roasted broccoli with red onion and pine nuts. Ooh, nice. Broccoli and barley with blue cheese. I'm loving the use of blue cheese in here. TCM says cauliflower is an underappreciated vegetable, and with blue cheese, I think the popular treatment of fried cauliflower with buffalo sauce is great with blue cheese. Yeah, buffalo sauce is really in with cauliflower right now. Griddled broccoli with something I would have never thought to do, garlic and almond sauce. Wow, that sounds amazing. Those of you that are just joining us on Amazon, we're looking through your daily veg, and then about 14 more cookbooks. Broccoli quiche. That looks burned to me, but I would eat it. TCM says that most of the cauliflower steaks they've had lately have been more satisfying than the beef ones. Oh, nice. Oh, I can tell you're an open-minded eater, too. Broccoli, spicy tomato sauce, and black olives. That might help control my craving for pasta, because part of the craving... Hello, Alley Cat. Oh, I'm glad you found me. I met Alley Cat on Amazon Live today in someone else's stream. Glad that you're here, Alley. We're looking through your daily veg. And I'm thinking that this would help me stop eating so much pasta every day. If I have a spicy tomato sauce and black olives, I could feel like I was eating pasta. Katie agrees with me. Greens or cabbages. Oh, I don't like cabbage, but I'll eat it. Savoy cabbage gratin. Now see, if you put a bunch of butter and cream and cheese on top of cabbage, I will eat it. Roast purple cabbage. Okay, I know this is like the 10th time I've said this today, but that looks burned to me. With walnut and smoked cheese sauce. Do you guys like smoky flavors? I do not. Alley Cat loves pasta. Yes, it's addictive. Curried lentil and spring green hand pies with green chili. I love making hand pies. So it's just a little pastry you can just... They're very forgiving because you're just smushing the dough on there. Love it. Ginger and peanut butter roasted kale. Do we have anyone here who goes out of their way to eat kale? I am not one of them. But at a restaurant, if I order a salad that has kale in it, I'll eat it. But the texture hurts my mouth. Peas, chilled pea soup. Very spring, good for Easter. Roasted onions, sumac, and parsley. I'm jumping ahead to other ingredients. Ooh, look at this, you guys. This is flatbread with potatoes and onion sauce. That would be a nice alternative. I end up eating flatbreads when I go to the wineries around here because they don't really have proper kitchens. They don't want to make pizza because that's too cheesy. So we end up eating a lot of fruit and cheese plates and a lot of flatbreads. But put potatoes and onions on it, I will totally do it. TCM over on YouTube says, I like charred vegetables. I'm more keen on them than the really done pastries. Especially tomatoes and peppers get them really done, in their opinion. Yeah. Brown sauce. Aubergine and peppers. Let's check it out. Griddled aubergine, i.e. eggplant, with garlic yogurt, roasted cherry tomatoes, and brown butter. Oh, yes. I often brown butter on accident, and then I'm like, well, at least it's flavorful now. Roast aubergine with cannellini bean stew. Good way to use up all those cans of cannellini beans that we bought during pandemic hoarding. They're probably going to expire next year. Let's eat them up. Aubergine parmigiana. That's what I had for dinner last night, big fat parmesan. At a restaurant, I did not cook. Flame roasted jalapenos stuffed with ricotta. Yum. And I'm getting better at eating jalapenos. I'm a super wimp, but they're not as spicy to me lately because I've been making myself eat them. Roasted red peppers with spicy green sauce. Now we're in the asparagus chapter. Warmed asparagus and lettuce, but with a whole bunch of stuff on there. Asparagus fritters and aioli. Yes, please. Fried foods. Woohoo! Whole courgettes with caramelized onions. Now we're in the green bean chapter. They call this bobby bean vinaigrette with cheesy mash. Okay, you have me at cheese. Green beans with shallot and garlic cream and toasted breadcrumbs. Who's getting hungry right now? Green bean fritters with chili mayo. You want to eat these fast though. I bet they cool off because look at all that surface area. I bet they get cold really quick. Tomatoes, sweet corn, and mushrooms chapter. Woohoo! Tel Aviv tomato and basil salad with loads of garlic and tahini sauce. We're almost done with this cookbook. Beans in sherried tomato sauce. TCM wants to know if there's a romesco recipe. It uses one of your use of peppers. Possibly. Tomatoes cooked in creme fraiche with mint on toast. I don't think there's an index in the back of this book. Nope. No index. Roasted tomatoes with egg mayonnaise. You know, I remember my mother in summer would either eat a tomato sandwich or she would just put tomatoes on a plate, salt and pepper, and then put mayonnaise on the top of them. Not a lot. Tomato broth with thyme dumplings. Creamed corn, soft boiled egg, and a chili garlic crisp. Andrew's garlic mushrooms. Yum! And I have mushrooms in my fridge. Roasted mushrooms with garlic, mushroom, and chard stroganoff. Wow, that was pretty cool. I am so glad the publisher sent me this book. Yay! That's your daily veg. We're going to move on, and that'll be the end of the vegetarian vegan cookbooks after we look at this one. Don't worry. Not trying to overwhelm you. Not trying to convert anyone to vegetarianism. Please eat meat if you like that. Leon is a restaurant chain in the UK. I don't know if we have any here, but they have a huge line of vegetarian cookbooks. They're amazing. Rebecca Seal and Chantal Simmons are the authors. Happy One Pot Vegetarian. I believe this isn't out yet, and I got an advance copy thanks to the publisher. I think it comes out in April. Anyway, Leon are back with a collection of more than 100 fuss-free, full of flavor recipes for vegetarian and vegan main course dishes that you can create with only one cooking pot, pan, or baking tray. And I wonder if there are people that eat meat that read vegetarian cookbooks and they do the opposite of what I do. When I read a cookbook that has meat in a recipe, I just take the meat out or substitute. I wonder if there's people that are like, wow, that's a great vegetarian chili recipe, and I'm going to add beef to it. It could happen. Okay, let's jump in. The chapters are lunchy brunchy, fast and easy, food for friends, light and simple, slow and hearty. And pardon me if my voice is getting weird. We have a high pollen count here today in Seattle, and I do not normally have allergies, and it's affecting me. So that tells me that my friends that have allergies are probably passed out on Benadryl right now and unable to work, because I'm kind of suffering from it too. How to plan a one-pot meal, batching, ingredients kit, gut health, a seasonality chart. Lunchy brunchy. I like this cookbook. They get right down to business. Courgette, blue cheese, and walnut tart. You know, I don't need glasses for this one because the font is nice and large. Roast tomato and goat cheese puff tart. Stuff like this is why I always keep a couple things of puff pastry in the freezer. Oh, a high-pitched squeal has randomly started. Ooh. Are you guys hearing that on Amazon too, or is it just on YouTube? Let me move the microphone closer. Okay. Yeah, I'm having some microphone problems with my Blue Yeti today. Maybe my gain, and my fan on my computer is really noisy. I gotta get that fixed. No, my gain's okay. Alright, thank you for letting me know. Let me know if it happens again. Pea and ricotta puff tart. And some of it could be because my iPhone is really, really close to the speaker, so I turned my speakers off. Tofu scramble with mushrooms, tomatoes, and spinach. Tofu hash. Potatoes, peppers, and halloumi with smoky spiced yogurt. Green shakshuka. I love shakshuka for breakfast. I haven't had a green shakshuka. If it's less spicy, that would be great. Apple and potato latkes with fried eggs and dill. Winter veg tabbouleh style salad with halloumi. I love the Mediterranean aspects of this book. Creamy garlic, asparagus, and egg pasta. These pasta pictures are torturing me, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. Courgette and pine nut pasta. Good way to use up all that zucchini. Kale, hazelnut, and orange salad. I just got back from California, and my friend took me to a garden, and it's March. It's still winter here in Seattle. And we picked an orange off a tree and ate it, standing in the sunshine. I'm like, why don't I live in California again? It was amazing. Goat cheese, beetroot, and pui lentils. Dandan-inspired noodles. Mushroom tostadas. Yum. I'm going to say it. You know what I'm going to say. That looks burned. I guess I'm sensitive to burned food. Here's a section on 10 great things to do with pasta, like wild mushrooms with garlic and cheese, olive oil, garlic. Food for friends. Who likes to throw parties? Most of us that like to cook like throwing parties, right? Courgette, blue cheese, and walnut cannelloni. That looks very, like it would have to be my only meal for the whole day, because that's a lot. TCM says, pasta and potatoes are both very dangerous for me. The only way I can avoid eating way too much of either is not to have it in the house. That's how I feel about Pringles potato chips, or Fritos. I can't have them in the house. Red wine risotto, or I like to say risotto. Okay, a cumin roasted carrot salad with creamy harissa dressing. And do you notice that every recipe has a beautiful photo? Thank you for that, Leon. Those of you that just joining us or looking through One Pot Vegetarian. Roasted veg and chickpeas with couscous and tzatziki. And the reason I am so excited for one pot cooking is my kitchen is under construction and we don't have a kitchen sink. So cleanup is horrible. And my boyfriend takes a little recycle bin full of dishes over to his house every day to run through the dishwasher because we're too lazy to wash them by hand. Roasted beetroot and green bean curry. But next year I'm going to have an awesome kitchen, and I will probably not ever do any cooking videos, but I'll host some of my videos in the kitchen. Vine leaf pie. Has anybody ever made your own dolmas or dolmades with vine leaves, rolling stuff up in it? Oh, this is beautiful. It makes me wish it was summertime. Peach and blue cheese salad with walnuts. Slow cooked aubergine with fennel. Oh, a goat cheese tart. These tarts are killing me. I better not ever check out a full tart cookbook. Light and simple. Light and simple one pot. Okay, here's a picture. And that's really nice where you drain the vegetables. I need to get one of these roasting pan liner thingies. Warm chickpeas with spinach and tahini. Nudie in tomato sauce. I giggle when I say nudie. Sorry, I'm immature. Giant beans with chard. I need to eat more chard. I don't reach for it at the store. I'm like, I should get it. Braised lettuce and peas with poached eggs. How do you guys feel about braised lettuce? I'm not sure that would be my pick. And those of you just joining us on Amazon Live, we're looking through Leon, Happy One Pot Vegetarian. Satay tempeh with cucumber salad. You're obviously not putting the cucumbers in the one pot because they don't look cooked. Courgette with roasted tomatoes, basil, and pine nuts. Broad bean and chickpea stew looks really good. And that is a cute pan. Wow. Sweet chili ginger tofu with flatbreads. Crispy tofu and aubergine with sweet soy sauce. There's a lot of aubergine in this cookbook. Giant pasta shells stuffed with herb ricotta. That is so much work though. Maybe on a weekend. Sausage lentil and cavallero nero stew. I do not know what that is. Is it fish? Oh, no, because this is a vegetarian cookbook, so they're using vegetarian sausages. Okay, yeah. Paneer and sweet pepper curry. Better not be spicy. TCM can see an index. The format and pictures are nice. It might be a good purchase for your vegetarian mother. Yeah, let's see. Yep. Weight conversions, conversion charts, a glossary, and an index. Yay! Creamy leek, broccoli, and potato bake with a crunchy nut topping. Jackfruit and bean chili. Wow. And I think we're close enough to the end of the cookbook. Plantain and mango curry. Lots of curries in here. Understandable. Pineapple, sweet potato, and cashew curry. Wow, that sounds good. Baked orzo with tomatoes and mozzarella. All right, any questions about this cookbook before I move on to our next one? Those of you joining us on Amazon Live, welcome. We're going to move on to Food with Friends. I love this cover. I think I did an early YouTube cookbook look through on this one back when I didn't have good lighting, so I might have to redo it now that I have this. It's The Art of Simple Gatherings by Leela Sid. Let's check and see if there's an index. Nope. Okay. Small bites and treats to share. The best gatherings are simple yet somehow special. They might begin with an impromptu picnic after shopping at the farmer's market, or a late lunch with neighbors that stretches into cocktails under the stars. Whatever the occasion, this picture-perfect cookbook shows how to turn any meal into a delectable affair. Leela Sid is a longtime contributor to thekitchen.com and shoots for Food and Wine, Sweet Paul Magazine, The New York Times, Kinfolk Magazine, and more. She lives in Santa Barbara, California, which I just got back from. Okay. Food with Friends. Came out in 2016. I'm already loving the photography. Ooh, really loving it. Clarkson Potter is the publisher. They have great cookbooks. Look at this beautiful table of contents. Oh my gosh. This is going to be hard to give back to the library. The table of contents is secret ingredients, style file, breakfast and brunch, tea time, happy hour, potlucks and picnics, desserts, and something called tiny takeaways. Secret ingredients, cheeses, salt, nut oils, preserved lemons, I have those, German mustard specifically, harissa, which is a Tunisian chili paste, which is a condiment, Amarina Toshi, Italian cherries and syrup. I actually have those because I ordered some for a Amazon live show that we're going to do on gourmet cocktails on Friday. Style file, place settings. Oh, love this photography. Oh, they did such a good job. Okay, breakfast and brunch chapter. Rise and Smile. These are avocado and coconut tartlets, and I love when cookbooks put what on earth that is on the bottom of the picture. That helps. Not all cookbooks do that. It can be very annoying. I am not eating avocado and coconut tartlets. I love avocados, but no. How about Bircher muesli with plums and blackberry mash instead? Woo! Wow, look what they did to these oranges. Look at this. Bruleed citrus fruits with fresh herbs. That's interesting and easy to do. Wow. And I bet some of us got creme brulee torch tools for our weddings and then never used them. I could use them on that. Bananas on fire. Anna Raquel says over on Facebook that she loves to cook for brunch. Apple fritters and cinnamon yogurt cream. I like to host brunches in my backyard, but some of the stuff that you have to cook at the last minute, like eggs, it's kind of hard because my guests show up early and they want to help, and I'm like, just get out of my kitchen and go enjoy the beautiful yard, and they want to help. I'm like, I just have 5 minutes to get everything finished. Look at this. So charcuterie boards and cheese boards are all this trendy rage right now. Here's an anything goes breakfast board. I love it. TCM's secret ingredients are Normandy butter and celery. Ooh. Where do you get Normandy butter? I'm going to guess Whole Foods? Roasted plums with burrata. Irish soda bread, just in time for St. Patrick's Day, with rum plumped figs and candied walnuts. Chocolate Marcona mini muffins, and I'm not going to say these look burned. Lemon poppy seed Dutch baby. And those take a while to cook, but they're worth it. Ooh, step-by-step photos. Love it. That's a chocolate orange challah with saffron. That could be good for Easter or Passover. Lemon lavender French toast. And yes, TCM, I would go very gently on the lavender in this. Caputo's in Salt Lake is where you get Normandy butter. They ship all over the U.S. via FedEx. Wow, you are a butter connoisseur. Sweet tahini buns. Tea time chapter. Now we're doing tea and coffee chat this week while we're looking through specifically tea time cookbooks. We'll be doing that on Wednesday, so look it up. We'll be doing that on Amazon Live and restreaming it to our Cookbook Divas social media platforms. TCM says that Caputo's is also a great source of Spanish honey, good rice, pasta, olive oils, etc. Katie cannot wait for tea time on Wednesday. Let's have a proper cuppa. Look at this gorgeous photography. Is that rose petals in cookies? I believe it is. That's brilliant. Candied flowers and how to create them. I love this cookbook. For those of you that just joined us, it is Food with Friends, The Art of Simple Gatherings by Leela Sid. Matcha egg cream. No, thank you. I drink matcha tea, and it tastes like grass, but I drink it anyway, and it's very good for me, but I'm not putting it in a dessert. Vegan hot chocolate with coconut cream. Rhubarb rose floats. Look how pretty that is. Oh, I have to skip ahead. I can't show you this whole book. How about raw vegan cacao and coconut hearts? Now we're in the happy hour chapter. Woohoo! Because it's 5 o'clock somewhere, she wrote. Look at this gorgeous tartines and small toasts. How pretty. Spice roasted chickpeas, blood orange, and feta stacks. I'd like to see a little bit closer style. There, how's that? Beet pickled eggs from the front cover. Purple cauliflower hummus. Masala corn, Indian style veg cutlets, soka cakes with labneh and fennel. Pickled fig. Can you pickle? You can pickle figs? Pistachio and ricotta canapes. Wow. Now I want to go pickle some figs. Potlucks and picnics. I can't wait for the weather to be better here in Seattle so we can do potlucks and picnics again. Those eggs would be fun during Easter. Yes, thank you, Amazon customer. You are right. Sweet potato tortilla española. My favorite tapas item. I like to carefully pronounce tapas. I didn't say topless. Spring green couscous cups. Beets in coconut with curry leaves. Chopped radicchio salad. Polenta with blistered tomatoes, walnuts, and thyme. Butterscotch pots de creme. Oh, yum. With toasted cornbread croutons. That's kind of nice because it's a little savory. Those of you just joining us on Facebook and Instagram, we're looking through Food with Friends by Leela Sid. My library cookbook haul. Lemon strawberry tart. Oh, these are cute. What are these? Mini cherry chocolate cakes. Or what? Yeah, they call them cakes, but they look like tarts to me. Okay. Anna Raquel loves a good tortilla española. Yes. These are coconut lamingtons. Oh, think pink faludas. I don't know what a faluda is. Chili lime pineapple with coconut cream. All right, that was Food with Friends. I love it. I think I'm going to have to buy it. Take this back to the library. Next up, a very, very, very popular chef, Nadia. Nadia's Kitchen. Over 100 simple and delicious family recipes. From breakfast to dinners to a cake fit for the queen. She writes, "My kitchen is so much more than a room used for cooking and baking. It's the place where I cook for sustenance, bake for love, congregate for company, dance for fun. The exclusive venue for date night, tea time, and after-school tantrums." Been there, Mama. Been there. The place where we cook together and everyone's the boss. My kitchen is so much more than my kitchen. It's our kitchen. Yes, TCM added the last book to the wish list for themselves. Yes. TCM, what are your pronouns? I don't want to misgender you. July 2021. Welcome to my very first cookbook. With hungry little mouths to feed and my own hectic schedule to juggle, I rarely have time to spend hours in the kitchen much as I'd like to. Yeah, I know the feeling. So I focus on delivering tasty meals quickly. As this is my first book, I've tried to put a little bit of everything in it. You've got over 100 recipes to play with. I like her writing voice. And Anna loves Nadia's show. And TCM has Nadia's book too. It's a great one. So I'll skip through this fast if you guys already have this, but we do have some people watching us on Amazon also. So here it is. Michael Joseph is an imprint of Penguin Books. Photography by Holly Pickering. And there's Nadia Hussein's family. Cute kiddos. And here's the contents. And I've actually never looked through this cookbook before. TCM is a he, him. Thank you. Okay. Introduction, lazy Sunday morning, sharing lunch, little bit of something sweet, snacks and small plates. Who stole the biscuits from the biscuit jar? Tea time, dessert for dinner. I love that concept. Dinner date, cozy evenings, and midnight feasts. I've always wanted to host a midnight feast since I read the Night Circus book by Erin Morgenstern. I haven't because midnight in Seattle in any season is pretty dang cold, and I host my parties outside because, number one, my kitchen's under construction. Number two, my dining room seats 6 people uncomfortably, so I host outside. Someday I will put up a picture of my outside dining and living room. Lazy Sunday morning. Woohoo! Scotch pancakes with a mixed berry and lemon thyme compote. Oh, this is torturing me. I always eat lunch before I go live streaming about cookbooks, and then it doesn't help. I still get hungry because the pictures look amazing. Thank you for the step-by-step photos, Nadia. I really appreciate it. That really helps me. Skillet crumpets with salted honey butter. Ooh. Okay, still in breakfast. Caper, mustard, and chive soldiers with soft-boiled eggs. And you dip the soldiers into it. Love it. That's a great British tradition. And she has her kids eating, and she's proving that children will actually eat this and how to do it. That's so cute. One wok, red onion, and bread stir-fry. Full English frittata with smoky baked beans. Those of you joining us on Amazon Live, we're looking through Nadia's kitchen. We have about 7 more cookbooks left before I go take my nap, probably after having a snack. Lunch chapter. Shallot dressed crispy grilled salmon salad. Chicken pasta with kale and pistachio pesto. More pasta to torture us. Deep pan black olive and tuna pizza. Kofta kebab pita with tomato and cucumber salad. And it's interesting how some cultures spell pita P-I-T-A and some P-E-T-A, and this one is P-I-T-T-A. Burnt garlic, chili, and lemon squid. Ooh, sage and squash soup. Now, I'm someone who doesn't care for squash, but that looks really good. A little bit of something sweet. Okay, like what? Bubblegum marshmallows. I like that pastel blue color. That's nice for Easter. Candied orange peel with dark and white chocolate. Chocolate orange crispy nougat. Guava Turkish Delight. I made Turkish Delight one time. I made it. It looked perfect. The texture was perfect. I squished it. I had to use something that wasn't gelatin because I'm vegetarian. And it tasted fine, but it was boring. So guava would actually give it a flavor. I like that idea. And I made it for a winter Narnia party that I was hosting. Salted pretzel fudge. That looks fun. But I have to skip ahead. Beetroot and mackerel crescents. No, thank you. We must be in snacks and small plates. Aromatic spiced salmon balls. Those look pretty. That would be great for cocktail hour. This is crispy taco chicken salsa cups. Spiced pecan and mango trail mix. Let's get to the next chapter. Who stole the biscuits from the biscuit jar? Candied lemon peel cookies. Yum, I love lemon cookies. Here she is in the kitchen. Fruit cake flapjacks. That's clever. Matcha and milk chocolate biscuits. Would you guys eat that? Green cookies. Well, maybe for St. Patrick's Day with a little Japanese matcha flavor. A little fusion. Rose Vienna swirls. Oh, that's beautiful. I hope I could swirl it that nicely. Guess there's one way to find out. Salted mocha macaroons. Spiced picotti with orange syllabub dip. TCM says, interesting you bring up Narnia because I read those books over and over as a kid. And official Turkish Delight is a key plot point, and after typing it, I can't believe that kid sold out for it. Oh, after trying it. I know, it doesn't taste that great. I know. Dill, fennel, and mussel linguine. TCM, did you also read Lord of the Rings books? Because a cookbook just came out featuring Tolkien. I always want to say Tolkien, but it's Tolkien. I've been corrected before. Excuse me. Manchego and chorizo calzone. Love to hear from you guys watching on Amazon over there. Pink peppered steak with sweet potato wedges. We are now in the tea time chapter. I didn't think you serve steak at tea time. Softened sweet onion and crisp fried fish. Is that a tea time meal? Spiced turkey and mushroom pie. Katie says, Anna, have you watched Nadia's Time to Eat on Netflix? It's my favorite of hers. Dessert for dinner. Let's see what's going on. This will be interesting. Blueberry and vanilla clafouti. I love clafouti. My best friend made it for me one time with cherries. She does not remember making it, and I begged her for the recipe, and she fights with me like, I've never made you clafouti. I remember it very clearly. It was so good. Chocolate and hazelnut profiteroles. Lovely stack. Chocolate and star anise fondants, or fondants. Coconut, pineapple, and fennel cream pie. Wow, good combo. Oh my gosh, Her Majesty's cake. Let's take a moment to admire this beautiful cake. Oh, love it. Parsnip and orange spice cake. Wait, parsnip, I guess that makes it dessert for dinner, because you're eating your vegetables. Doesn't sound good to me. Strawberry and mint Swiss roll, but I wish we had a bigger picture, because that would be gorgeous. Dinner date. Woo! Oh, here she is with the date with her husband. It is important to keep dating your partner when you're raising children. Go out on a date. Oh, strawberry curd tartlets. Crusted rack of lamb. Gnocchi with cheese, pine nuts, and rocket. Sorry, I'm an hour into live streaming. I'm starting to lose my pronunciation. Crispy phyllo with seared tuna. And I think that's enough look through to give you an idea if you enjoyed Nadia's kitchen or not. Let's move on. Here's one I have not looked through because I just picked it up at the library this morning. And look at this beautiful cover. You can see why I picked it up. Orchids and Sweet Tea. Welcome, Amazon viewers. We also have people watching us on Facebook and YouTube. TCM has read Lord of the Rings, but they're more your dad's speed. By the time you'd gotten to an age they would have spoken to you, you were more into literature, and I don't prefer fantasy in general. Gotcha, fair enough. Unless it's N.K. Jemison's books. So, Orchids and Sweet Tea, plant-forward recipes with Jamaican flavor and southern charm. I had to pick this up. I had to know what on earth is going on. Shanika Graham White. And notice that it's a paperback, and usually cookbooks this large are hardcover, so I'm not sure what's going on. It was printed in Canada. So, adopting a plant-forward diet or simply making an effort to include more plant foods in some of your meals doesn't mean that you'll be eating little other than steamed broccoli and plain rice for a lifetime, because eating healthy doesn't mean that food has to lack personality. In this book, acclaimed recipe developer and food stylist Shanika Graham White shows that meals packed with nourishing plant foods can also be bold, flavorful, beautiful, and delicious. You just have to be creative and treat food like art. Okay. Let's check this out. Oh, well, we know why it's softcover. Victory Belt Publishing, Las Vegas. I have a feeling it's kind of self-published or crowdfunded. Hello, Jonathan from Texas. I'm glad to see you back. And Anna Raquel says this looks beautiful. Yeah. TCM's dad is really into all the Tolkien stuff. The Chronicles of Prydain, a.k.a. Dollar General Lord of the Rings. TCM, you crack me up. The Wheel of Time. I didn't read The Wheel of Time because the books were gigantic. Oh, and I think I was in college and I had to read textbooks and I couldn't commit to them. But this series, wow, really went on. Anna says, Katie, hi, I have not, but I'll check it out, thanks. Jonathan, good to see you. We're about to look through Orchids and Sweet Tea, which is plant-forward recipes, but with Jamaican flavor and southern charm. I'm looking forward to checking this out. Wow. Table of contents. There's a lot going on. Okay. Welcome to the plant-forward way of life. We're going to skip over that because we don't need any preaching. The plant-forward kitchen, we know about that. Essential recipes, morning eats, brunch goodness. There you go, Anna. You like brunch. Breads, muffins, and scones, bits and pieces, soups and salads, delicious dinners, sweets, and decadent drinks, and then healthy juices, mocktails, and teas at the back of it. Okay, here's our beautiful author. The girl with a chicken wing in her hand. You wouldn't know this from the array of beautiful and delicious dishes you see in this book, but as a child I was an extremely picky eater, she writes. I remember eating hardly any foods at all when I was growing up. Looking back now, I believe I suffered from anxiety. Somewhere around the ages of 5 to 8, I was so anxious when it came to eating away from home that sometimes I would be sick to my stomach just thinking about being asked to eat something my body and mind didn't want to allow. It wasn't until I reached adulthood and later became a mother myself that I was able to wrap my head around what was happening to me back then. And she goes on to talk about her anxiety and how she overcame it. And she loved chicken, which was one of the few things that she found tasty. Okay. Her food discovery. We're going to skip ahead. Plant-forward way of life, etc. TCM says, I am torn on a softcover cookbook. I can see pluses and minuses to it, standing up with frequent use. I've got a few older hardcovers I have to be very gentle with. Yeah. It just makes me feel like it's self-published, which means it didn't have an editor or go through the editorial review process. They're often the quality is a problem. But I see an index. But you never know, and we're not supposed to judge a book by its soft cover, but the plant-forward kitchen, okay. Yeah, info that we don't need to have today. But let's get to the recipes. Vegan buttermilk. I'm guessing almonds? Yep, almond milk with apple cider vinegar to sour it. Chai spice mix. I'm loving the photos. Easy pizza dough. You know, the photos are so good this can't be self-published. That's got to be a professional photographer. Everyday pie crust. Okay. Vegan cream cheese sauce. I am not a vegan, so if I use a vegan cookbook to make something, simple sweet potato mash, then I'll just add butter and fat back in. I'll add dairy. Morning eats. Ooh, pretty. Banana peanut butter, almond, blueberry, pumpkin chai latte, and cacao. Now remind me why vegans don't eat chocolate, because of the butter fat in it or something? Okay. Cacao oats. Cinnamon quinoa breakfast bowl with caramelized apples and pomegranate arils. Oh yeah, they're not called seeds, they're called arils. Mocha chia pudding with coconut flakes. Jonathan prefers hardcover cookbooks. They're easier to handle. Yeah, I just feel like I'm flipping through and I'm going to drop this any second. Peanut butter banana oat smoothie. Carrot, strawberry, and orange juice. A yogurt bowl with dairy-free strawberry peach crisp. See, I would just add dairy to it. That's me. Kim's superfood breakfast cookies. My mother would not let me eat breakfast cookies. She would say no. Creamy cornmeal porridge. Ooh, I think I would throw up, and I love cornmeal, and I love porridge. It's something about the color. I don't know. Banana oatmeal porridge. That I would eat. We have 3 people joining us on Amazon. We're looking through Orchids and Sweet Tea. Lemon raspberry poppy seed pancakes. Yum. Vegan peanut butter chocolate chip pancakes. Vegan blueberry whole wheat pancakes. Okay, we're pancaked out. Let's jump ahead. Flourless something something. Flourless biscuits. No, thank you. Hot maple cauliflower bites. Whoa. I was saying that I love cauliflower. Well, sure, okay, I'll try it. All right, fine. Dairy-free spiced banana French toast. We're now in brunch goodness. French toast casserole, but plant forward. Ooh, what is this? Oh, brioche bread, but not made with milk. Is it coconut milk? Almond milk. Fair enough. I would eat that. A whole wheat breakfast loaf. Nice. Good photography. I mean, the paper quality is good too. I just wish this was a hardcover. Vegan pecan chia banana bread. That said, this is a huge cookbook, so if this was hardcover, it would be very heavy and hard for me to hold up on the screen for you. Garlic cheese herb zucchini bread. Oh, and Jonathan, since you're here, I want to show you my new trick that we're going to be doing in our videos. I finally have a second camera set up, but I need to deal with the lighting issues that I'm having. And the second camera's having trouble focusing when I turn the pages so close to it. So I gotta work out some kinks, and you can only see one side of the page, but it's progress in our Cookbook Divas journey. I'm very excited that StreamYard, the program that I use to stream at the same time to Amazon and Facebook and Instagram, gave me a second camera capability, so I didn't have to buy special software and all that stuff. Yay! I love to keep it easy. Okay. Garlic cheese herb zucchini bread looks amazing. Something blueberry walnut muffins. I cannot read this font. It's too fancy. Jeruba? I've never seen that word before. I can't even guess. It's too bad. Okay. Brown butter apple pie scones with caramelized apples. TCM says the publisher on this one is Victory Belt Publishing. They appear mostly health focused and may be contracting out to Penguin Random House to actually print. Hard to tell their exact relationship. Thank you, TCM, for looking that up. Yeah, okay, I'm glad it's not self-published. That's why that explains the quality. Dairy-free, crispy buffalo cauliflower bites. Buffalo is really popular. Jamaican rice and peas. You guys might hear some dogs barking crazily in a minute. I see the mail truck coming up, and my dogs are going to be very excited. They're elderly, but they can sure rouse themselves for barking at the mailman. Soups and salads chapter. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Plant-based Jamaican pepper pot soup. What's in it? Shall we find out? Flour, sea salt, black pepper, water, low sodium vegetable stock, yep. Destemmed and chopped kale, celery stalks, Yukon Gold potatoes, which I can't find in the store anymore. I can find gold potatoes. I can't find Yukon Gold, and I live right next to Idaho, where they come from. Red pepper flakes, sea salt black pepper, a Scotch bonnet pepper, or a habanero pepper. I would have to skip that because I'm a super wimp. Full fat coconut milk, scallions, and thyme sprigs. Okay. Jamaican spiced corn soup. Now that looks good. I know I was bitching about cornmeal soup, but this soup is a nice orange color and I would eat that. And it uses sweet potatoes and corn and habanero peppers again. Creamy tortellini soup. TCM says it's not a real stream without one of a dog barking, a partner walking in because they forgot what time it is, a baby crying, or a cat chewing something they shouldn't. Yes. Katie is the other half of Cookbook Divas, and she has a cat that loves to come in during streaming and podcasting and meow loudly. Oh, great. So she got really good at using Audacity or OBS to edit that out. Okay, let's check out Delicious Dinners before we move on to a couple of boba tea cookbooks. So if you're not interested in boba, that will be your bathroom break. And come back because I'll be doing 3 cookbooks after those. One is about lemons. Okay, Delicious Dinners with Jamaican flair. Buffalo cauliflower tacos. Barbecue loaded veggie pizza. Barbecue chicken and veggie pizza. Garlic Alfredo spinach pasta. Oh, you're killing me. Deconstructed stuffed shells. And I can't have pasta tonight because we had eggplant parmesan and pasta last night, and my boyfriend had spaghetti and meatballs last night. Creamy lemon kale orzo with roasted tomatoes and vegetables. Katie is excited for the boba books. Yes. Cajun quinoa and brown rice stuffed peppers. That's beautiful. That would be nice to bring to a dinner party, like a potluck dinner party. TCM is, if you don't like spice, I was turned on to a pepper called a habanada. I love the name, which has a lot of the fruity flavors but very, very little of the spice. I love the name, habanada. Savory vegetarian jerk pot pies. Okay, so there's no jerk chicken. I like this cookbook. It is growing on me. I've never felt the need for Jamaican food because I figured it's all fish and spicy. But now that there's Jamaican vegetarian options, this uses frozen mixed vegetables. So it looks like a cottage pie or a shepherd's pie or something. Because the pastry's on top. Oh, they did another picture of it, and it's so complicated. Look at all these... Oops, wrong page. Look at all these directions. Too hard. Can't do it. TCM likes spicy food, but you de-seed your habaneros to tame it down a bit. That's a good idea. Yeah. Curry shrimp with cauliflower rice. Now, how are you... I guess this is not necessarily a vegetarian cookbook. It's plant forward, so they are including some fish recipes. Yeah. Creamy southern grits with sautéed collards, candied bacon, and roasted corn. Oh, and another picture of it, really big. I like this cookbook. Vegan loaded quinoa nachos. Guys, quinoa is in everything today. Every cookbook I've looked through. There better not be quinoa in the boba books. No, I'm over it right now. Easy fudgy vegan avocado brownies. No, thank you. I will eat an avocado, and then I'll eat my brownies a minute later. Chocolate cheesecake bites with mixed berries. Vegan strawberry funfetti birthday cake. And Katie, don't let me ever start podcasting without a glass of water next to me again. Remind me, slap me. Coconut lime pound cake. If I stand up and go get a glass of water and Amazon doesn't hear anything happening for a couple minutes, it will turn off my stream. So I'm trapped here. Good thing I went to the bathroom. Hey, thanks for joining us on YouTube. We got more people popping in. We're looking through Orchids and Sweet Tea. Southern banana pudding. Vegan Jamaican peanut punch. Almond milk. Peanut butter, obviously. Cashews. Raw. Agave syrup. Vanilla extract, ground cinnamon, nutmeg, oats, a banana. Optional topping, coconut whipped cream. And here's a vegan ice cream float. Blueberry thyme mocktail. I would just add a rum to it. Beautiful citrus cucumber mocktail. That's gorgeous. Cranberry lemon tea. Okay, and a recipe index with pictures. Oh my gosh. That is a nice... Ooh, hardly any cookbooks do that. I love it. Okay. Orchids and Sweet Tea. And I wanted to ask you guys that are watching what cookbooks you're most excited about that are coming out this spring. I am super excited personally for the Forest Feast road trip. Yet another vegetarian cookbook from Erin Gleason coming out. Anna Raquel is going to order this Jamaican Orchids and Tea cookbook. Cool. Okay, we're going to move on to the Boba Cookbooks. We're going to look through 2 really fast, so if you're bored, this is your chance to run the other room, go to the bathroom, get a drink, etc. Katie says she loves the recipe index. She's never seen that before. I know. That is so cool. All right, we are first doing the Boba Cookbook. I don't personally care for tapioca pearls, but if someone takes me out for boba, I'll drink it and I'll eat them. Little wonder that boba, aka bubble tea, is a worldwide phenomenon. With its origins in Taiwan, this beverage, often topped with chewy balls of tapioca, which I call tapioki, it's delicious. Wendy Lung not only owns her own bubble tea shop in New York, she has expert knowledge of boba culture, has visited boba producers in Taiwan, and is familiar with this trendy drink's lore. And now she shares all of that along with 35 of her favorite recipes in this book. Okay. Sterling Epicure is the publisher. TCM is looking forward to Claire Saffitz's new book. Not sure it will hit a spring release date, though. Yeah, all the books that we've been talking about lately keep getting delayed. I was shocked when my Jane Austen's Table book actually got here on time. With the pandemic shipping delays and all the issues and the papers costing more money now, etc. Claire Saffitz made Dessert Person, which is probably the best-selling cookbook of the last X amount of years. Wow. Okay, Wendy Lung is the author. Came out in 2020. It starts off with cute little end papers with boba cups. That's a cute little gift book. This would be great for a teenager. So, Sterling Epicure, 2020, Wendy Lung. Chapters: What is bubble tea? Getting started. The recipes. Conclusion. Goodbye, boba friends. And hello, boba friends. Thank you for sticking with us on our crazy adventures. Hello, Taiwan. The last mile info on boba, blah, blah, blah. The anatomy of bubble tea. Okay, we got to go through this. Anna Raquel loves that cute Bubba cookbook. Jonathan Yard says he's looking forward to Erin Jean McDowell's upcoming cookbook coming out in September. And Samantha, I'm going to say this wrong, Jonathan, I'm sorry. Samantha Seneveratney's upcoming cookbook coming out in fall 2023. Samantha's book isn't coming out until about 1.5 years, but you're looking forward to it. Yeah. Well, anticipation is good. Those of you joining us at Amazon Live, we're looking through the Boba Cookbook and the Bubble Tea book in just a second. Okay, anatomy. Fat straw, vacuum sealed plastic cover, tea base, sugar, toppings, and ice cubes. Okay, tip. Shake before drinking. What? No one ever told me that. Katie would like to know if TCM has... if anyone has cooked out of it. You've been wanting to dabble in boba cooking, but you don't know where to start. Yeah. Bubble tea can be bubble milk tea, cheese tea. The creamy milk foam is made with cream cheese. No, thank you. Brown sugar milk tea, taro milk tea, Thai milk tea. That sounds good. Matcha latte, fruit tea, or Yakult. Yakult is and I might have said that wrong. Yakult? I don't know. It's a probiotic fermented milk drink, usually paired with jasmine green tea or fruit. Know your toppings. Tapioca, most popular. Mini pearls, the smaller size. Pudding, grass jelly, aloe vera, red bean, jelly, and popping boba. I love popping bobas. I have a feeling they're not vegetarian because they're a gel-like covering. Okay. How to brew your tea, blah, blah, temperature, tea chart, how to make tapioca, tapioca powder versus tapioca starch, classic tapioca. Wow. Anna made one recipe from the cookbook. Here's homemade and store-bought. Okay. Rosewater tapioca. Tapioca variations, brown sugar tapioca. How to make milk foam. Charcoal milk foam. No. Sorry. The recipes. Milk tea series. Okay. Phew. Milk tea. Bubble milk tea. Okay, the pictures are finally getting better. Hong Kong milk tea. Milk foam tea. Caramel milk tea. Fruit tea series. This will be fun. Passion fruit green tea. Ooh. Strawberry green tea. Lychee green tea. That looks very refreshing. Oh my gosh. Peach lime green tea. Matcha series. So this technically is not a cookbook because they're not cooking, they're stirring. But they made the tapioca. Matcha latte. Charcoal matcha latte. Matcha mojito. That sounds good. We're down to one live viewer on Amazon. Thanks for sticking with us. Yakult green tea. TCM says, to be honest, if I cook one thing out of a book but it's good, I call it a win. The only book I own where I think I've cooked more than half the recipes is Bouchon. TCM says, I've got more than one I've never cooked out of. Alinea is the one that comes to mind. LOL. And Anna Raquel says that passion fruit tea is delicioso. Strawberry milk. Good for kids. Okay. Dessert series. Almost done with this one. Fun fact. The word desserts is stressed backward. So for the sake of our mental wellness, we need to balance our lives with desserts. Yes. Matcha affogato. Oh, look at the fruity pops. Cute. Souffle pancake, but there's no picture? Nope, there's no picture. Boba party series. When I grow up, Oreo potted plant milk tea. We oolong together. That's a bad pun. Lemon oolong honey tea. Goodbye, Boba friends. Okay. That was cute, but I wanted more pictures. So maybe you will like the second one better. The Bubble Tea Book. Let me scooch it over on the Amazon carousel. Thanks for joining us on Amazon Live. This is Assad Khan of Bubbleology, the Bubble Tea Book, 50 fun and delicious recipes for love at first sip. Here's the back. Discover the art of mixing the delicious drink you'll love to sip, pop, and photograph. The fun and colorful drink that everyone's talking about is now ready for you to make at home. Whether you want a go-to mocktail, a new take on tea, or want to dabble in mixology. Ooh. The publisher is Penguin. Came out in 2020. Woo! Here's the table of contents. Bubble tea, cocktails and mocktails, cold bubble teas, hot milk teas, ice splits, smoothies, and cream crowns, advanced mixology. So Bubbleology, I've never been there. Don't know what cities it's in. We have 4 cookbooks left after this before I stop live streaming and go take a nap. Info on soluble sweeteners and simple syrup, the perfect tapioca, caramelized tapioca, and I'm going to say that looks burned. Anna says one of the cookbooks I have cooked many recipes out of is Mrs. Field's cookies. Popping boba. I do love those. My favorite is this orange. I think it's guava. Oh! Popping boba. This is awesome. Unlike tapioca, popping boba has a thin, gel-like skin made from a seaweed extract and juice inside that bursts out or pops when they're squeezed. It's 100% vegan. Yay! Please show the cover again. Yes. The tea base. Crowns. What do you put on top of it? Cream crown. Putting it all together. Cold bubble teas. Here we go. Assam milk tea. Taro milk tea. I would drink that. I like purple drinks. Jasmine, matcha, no pictures. Coconut milk tea. Strawberry fruit tea. Electric yuzu. Woo! Now I remember why I picked this cookbook up at the library. I was flipping through and I was like, what? I saw that picture. I'm like, I'm taking this home. Here in Seattle, the King County Library System lets me take out 100 cookbooks at a time. I try not to because that's hard work for the librarians if I take out that many and then put them back in. I try to take no more than 20 every time I go, which is twice a week, I think. Spiced chai tea, strawberry mint fizz, kefir and pineapple tea. Whoa! Jasmine milk tea with caramelized tapioca. Hot milk teas. It's still winter here. Hot matcha latte. I just can't do it. It would taste like grass. I'm not there yet. I'm working on my palate. Ice blitz smoothies and cream crowns. Mango iced blitz. Any mango fans here? Those of you that just joined us on Amazon, we're looking through the bubble tea book. And next up is Posh Kebabs. So stick around for that. I'll go through this one fast. 100 books. Yeah. When I go to the library and have to pick up 20 cookbooks, I have to bring my boyfriend with me so that I don't have to take 2 trips to the car because I can't lift 20 cookbooks. They're too heavy. Advanced Mixology. Banoffee Pie. That looks pretty. Strawberries and Cream. And my librarian friends have told me that the more books we check out of the library, the more funding and attention the library gets. So I'm like, well, good. I'm glad I'm helping you by making more work for your librarians. Sorry. Mint Chocolate Whip. Cookie Crush. Cute. Ooh, this one's called a mermaid. I wish they had a bigger picture of that. And how did they make it blue? Natural blue food coloring. A pixie. I need a bigger picture because that would be really cute. A genie. This is really fanciful. A mojito. That must be a mocktail. Bubble tea cocktails and mocktails. No, I wasn't there yet. Okay. A what? A ginger beer float. Okay. Those of you joining us on Facebook and YouTube, we're looking through the bubble tea book, and next up is Posh Kebabs, and then the lemon cookbook, sultry spice, and then everyone can bake. Blackberry Bliss. And I live near lots of blackberry bushes, and they will bloom in mid-August. Lavender Kiss. Beautiful. Oh, a black raspberry royale. Love it. Okay, that was the bubble tea book. Let's move on. Now, if you guys have been watching Cookbook Divas for a while, you know that I love Mediterranean food. Absolutely love it. Over 70 recipes for sensational skewers and chic shawarmas. So this might not be a lot of vegetarian options, but you guys eat meat, so stick it on a stick. From the original Turkish doner to Indonesian satay, everyone loves a kebab. Featuring over 70 simple recipes for everything from brochette to shashlik to souvlaki, Posh Kebabs takes you on a global tour of flavors and ingredients. Okay. Woo! Came out in 2019. Off to a colorful start. TCM says, the first cocktail I ever had in my life is a mojito. I was in an airport on my 21st birthday. Good job. Flying home to visit my parents, so I took the opportunity and I said to the bartender, I will take whatever your favorite is. Nice. And yeah, the mojito is not going to taste bad. That's what they gave me. Let's just say it made my cross-country flight a lot more tolerable. Yes. Posh Kebabs. Rosie Reynolds is the author. Photography by Faith Mason and Quadrille is another excellent cookbook publisher. Those of you just joining us on Amazon, we're looking through Posh Kebabs. Contents: introduction, making kebabs, meat kebabs, poultry kebabs, fish and seafood kebabs, finally vegetarian kebabs. I so appreciate that they have a chapter for that. And then something I never thought of doing, sweet kebabs. Woohoo! Introduction. Let's read the first paragraph. Most people would define a kebab as a dish made with roasted or grilled meat, fish, bird, or vegetables, usually cooked over hot coals, and in most instances threaded onto a skewer before being cooked. But kebabs are so much more than this. A shawarma kebab takes its name from the Turkish word for turning. The skewer onto which the kebab is threaded provides the name for the shish kebab, shish meaning sword or skewer. And you can skewer them, turn them, and then stuff them inside flatbreads or pile them on top of buttery rice. But one thing that kebabs have in common the world over is that they are universally loved and applauded. They're eaten with glee in all corners of the globe. Okay. They say that the recipes are more formal sometimes in this cookbook because we're being posh after all. And they would like you to suggest that you serve them with creamy mashed potatoes on the side or with dressed noodles or flatbreads. They're there to soak up the juices and make the sum of the parts better than individual components. So marinating, skewering, cooking, how to serve them and eat them, blah, blah, blah. Ooh! Moroccan spiced lamb. Rice and beans curried goat with, yep, there it is. Lamb shawarma. And since I'm a vegetarian, I don't know, can you get goat easily in like a United States grocery store, or would it have to be Whole Foods? Anna's getting the cookbook. Posh Kebabs. Mutton souvlaki. They say the longer you leave the mutton in the marinade, the more tender the meat will be, and the better the flavor. Do you have to go to a specialty butcher to get lamb? I don't know. Serve souvlaki with olives, feta, and warm pitas, and they spelled them P-I-T-T-A here too, for a true Greek experience. Tandoori lamb skewers. I wish I had a tandoori oven, but I would use it for making flatbread. Jerk pork with apple slaw. Lamb and cannellini mash. Those of you watching on Amazon, I'd love to hear what you think of posh kebabs as we're looking through it. Is anything tempting you to make for dinner? Turkish flaming veal shashlik, or shashlik. Pardon my pronunciation. Oh, red pepper sauce aubergine patlican. Skewered aubergine. Sounds good to me. Beef espetado from Portugal. There's what that looks like. Lamb kofta kebabs. So all sorts of cultures are represented in here. Korean bulgogi beef. Armenian. I haven't looked through any Armenian cookbooks and I need to rectify that. Pork korovats. It means grilled. And the best way to maximize flavor is grill over hot coals for that guaranteed smoky flavor. These kebabs happen to taste great with fresh parsley salad to be refreshing and juicy and full of zing. Slow-cooked za'atar lamb shoulder. Pretty pictures. I'm liking this. Sticky maple pork belly skewers. And I think I get bonus points for being a lifelong vegetarian, looking at meat pictures with you guys and not throwing up. Yay, I'm doing good. Okay. Lamb Iskender kebabs. I don't know what Iskender means. Oh, traditionally it's incredibly rich. Slices of doner meat piled on top of pita, smothered with a tomato butter sauce. Hello, and yogurt. Crunchy pita soaks up all the juices. Sweet sticky lamb. So sati. I know I'm massacring all these words, but I've never heard them said out loud. Steak chimichurri. That's my excuse to start watching more exotic cooking shows, because then I'll pick up the pronunciations. Chorizo skewers. But some of the cooking shows are difficult for me to watch when they're cooking the meat. Peppered venison. At least I don't have to smell it. Okay. Kohlrabi slaw and spiced lamb chops. Now we're in the poultry kebabs, which I'll just go through quickly. Chicken and spring onions, because you're getting the drift of what this cookbook is like. Spicy coriander chicken koftas. Sticky Chinese 5-spice duck. Korean chicken skewers. Spatchcock poussins. Is that a French? I don't know. It doesn't say. Okay. Chicken and baba ganoush. Let's get to the fish chapter. Oh, somebody in the library had bookmarked this page, so that means we have to look at it. Herby chicken wings. Fish and seafood kebabs chapter. Tuna with wasabi mayo. And for those of you just joining us, pardon my voice. We have a huge pollen count in Seattle today, and it's raining, and I was hoping that would knock the pollen out of the air. It just makes the trees make more, and we're all suffering. Garlic and lemon cod and peach skewers. Harissa sardines. Paprika flatbreads with anchovy and tomato. Sumac and lemon mackerel. Garlic and lemon squid with chorizo. Imagine the parties you could throw with this cookbook. Oh my gosh. Toasted coconut marinated king prawns. Vegetarian kebabs. I'm excited. Fried paneer on naan. Yes, please. Red onion wedges. I hope that wouldn't hurt my stomach. Once you pass 30, you guys, you might not be able to digest as much onions as you're hoping for. But it helps if they're cooked. Lime, chili, and cheese corn skewers. And I'm long past 30. Toom and herb halloumi and pink pickles. Crispy fried egg and avocado breakfast kebabs. Asparagus romesco and grilled spring onions. TCM was talking about romesco earlier. Roast carrots, carrot hummus, and pea stew. I always feel like I'm saying pea stew. Whipped feta with squash patties. I don't like squash, but if you make it in a fried patty, I will eat it. Tahini dressed blackened cauliflower. No buffalo spice to be found on this one. No blue cheese either. Coriander and pumpkin seed sweet potato put in a pita. Fig and halloumi skewers. Oh, that would almost be desserty. Pickled carrots and miso aubergine. Wow. Posh Kebabs. That's going to be kind of hard to take back to the library too, but I guess I will because 80% of the book is meat and fish that I don't eat, and my boyfriend doesn't care for kebabs, so I won't. That'll save some room on my cookbook shelf. Okay. Next up. In winter and in spring and in summer, I love to cook with lemons. Fall, winter, not so much. So I'm very excited to look through Ellen Jackson's Lemon Cookbook, 50 sweet and savory recipes to brighten every meal. Let's take a look. Came out in 2015. Sasquatch Books here in Seattle is the publisher. I wish they had sent me a copy for free. Maybe someday. An introduction, a lemon primer, breakfast salad, sides, vegetarian, seafood, meat and poultry, sweets, drinks, and staples. I'm very excited to check it out. Ooh, a recipe list in the front. That's nice. Introduction. I always want to read the first little bit. I was first seduced by a lemon at the tender age of 6. A lemon stick, to be exact, a signature item of the annual Flower Mart in Baltimore. Lemon sticks, a peppermint stick unceremoniously jammed into a lemon, are a staple of the city's springtime fairs and festivals. Have you ever heard of this? That doesn't sound delicious. Okay. I drew the juice of my lemon up through the porous peppermint candy, smitten with the fruit's bitterness and the way it made my entire mouth pucker. I was in lemon love. Lush-leaved lemon trees are as common as backyard swimming pools in California, where I moved when I was 9. Well, yes and no. I grew up in San Diego, and we had an avocado tree, apricot tree, giant orange tree, and a lime tree that we made fizzy lime sour drinks out of. We didn't have a lemon tree. Now I feel deprived. But I did live near Lemon Grove, but Lemon Grove hasn't had actual lemon trees for like 40 years. It's all housing now. They took them out. Breakfast. Now the breakfast chapter only has 4 recipes. Baked eggs with lemon cream and poppy seeds, David's double lemon Dutch baby, lemon muffins with crystallized ginger, lemon cornmeal ricotta waffles. So here is the photography. Ooh, pretty. Lemon muffins, no picture. Lemon cornmeal ricotta waffles. Well, I would rather have a picture of the muffins than some boring waffles, personally. Salads, only 4 recipes. Okay, shaved zucchini salad with lemon and marjoram. That sounds wonderful for summer. Summer tomato and green bean salad with lemon vinaigrette. Preserved lemon vinaigrette, pardon me. Those of you just joining us, we're looking through the Lemon Cookbook. Sides, toasted cauliflower couscous with lemon, parsley, and almonds. Anna Raquel grew up with lots of fruit trees in your backyard in Puerto Rico. Yum. Did you have bananas? Is it tropical enough for that? And I just saw bananas growing in Santa Barbara. And I said, oh, a banana tree. She said, technically it's a grass. I'm like, well, thanks for correcting me rudely, but okay. Peppery lemon parmesan biscotti, but no picture. Lemon miso roasted delicata squash, no picture. So, vegetarian chapter has 5 recipes, including lemon goat cheese gnocchi with shelling peas and green garlic. Lentil charred soup with lemon feta and dill, but no pictures. Lemon dal with spinach and yogurt. Pan-seared, okay, now we're in fish. Pan-seared halibut with lemon relish. Not a lot of photos, I gotta be honest. Grilled flank steak with charred lemon chimichurri. Braised beef with preserved lemons and harissa. Toasted bread and chicken salad. There it is, there's a picture. You did have banana trees. No fair. And I heard that you have to, a banana tree can have a grandfather, a father, and a mother stalk, and then you have to chop off the grandfather because then the next one won't grow. Is that right? Something like that. Sweets. Oh, lots of sweets recipes. They better have some pictures. Oh, cute. Mini lemon meringue whoopie pies with lemon curd fillings. Lemon bars, no picture. Lemon and poppy seed parfait. Oh, a parfait that's like in a slice on a plate instead of in a parfait glass. Wow. I probably wouldn't call that a parfait, but yeah. Lemon crinkle cookies, lemon buttermilk panna cotta. And let's skip ahead because there's not a lot of photos. The drinks chapter. Rose geranium lemonade. I was wondering what they were going to do to make their lemonade more fancy. Lemon mint something. Homemade limoncello. Lemon stick for adults. Okay. In retrospect, this needs way more photos. Too small of a cookbook. I'm not not going to buy it. I'm going to take it back to the library right away because that was kind of boring but fun. And the Amazon customer hoped they had a preserved lemon recipe in that cookbook for making your own preserved lemons. Well, let me take a look. They may or may not. Ellen Jackson trained at the New England Culinary Institute and worked for 12 years in some of Portland's best restaurants. Well, at the back, they have a conversion chart, a picture of lemons, an index. Let's see if they have preserved lemon. Well, yes, they do have a recipe for preserved lemons in this cookbook. Thank you. Good. All right, 2 cookbooks left. We're going to do, oops, I always grab the wrong hand in the camera. Sweet Sugar Sultry Spice, Exotic Flavors to Wake Up Your Baking by Malika Amin. I had never seen this or heard of it, so I grabbed it from the library super fast. I'm going to put it in the Amazon carousel over there on Amazon Live. I like the thought of waking up my baking. Here's the back. It is Roost Books, another good cookbook publisher. Malika Amin came out in 2017. It says the warm embrace of clove and ginger, the sensual kiss of cardamom and rosewater, the fiery touch of cayenne, the surprising sensations of sumac and za'atar. There's a world of tantalizing flavors just waiting to be invited into your dessert repertoire. Join celebrated chef Malika Amin on this journey of playful discovery, pushing spices beyond the realm of savory into something oh so sweet. Spice can add a delicate whisper or a surprising punch to cakes and tarts, cookies and bars, ice creams and sorbets, barks, brittles, and more. Okay. Off to a beautiful start. The dedication to our loving Z, keeper of my most precious. Thanks for all you do and all that you are. We are lost without you. All. Contents. A life of spice, baking with spices, spicy and warm, floral and aromatic, bright and fresh, savory, earthy and nutty, complex and mysterious. And a glossary that starts with allspice and ends with za'atar. Forward. Beautiful photography. Woo! Forward. Ask Malika about our first meeting, and she'll tell you a lovely story of simple hospitality and how a chef greeted her in the City of Angels. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, we don't have time for this. A life of spice. She says, if I were a spice, I would be cardamom. It is the queen of spices, well-rounded and complex, with so many wonderful attributes. It's sweet, floral, and bright, with a whisper of citrus. It's bold but not overwhelming. It's everything you long for in a spice, and for me it is love. In Pakistan, where my parents come from, cardamom is used in everything from chai to kulfi, a sweet milk frozen custard, and people chew on cardamom pods as a breath freshener. Wow. She writes, even now when I catch the scent of the spice, I think of my mother, my Amma. That scent takes me back to when I was growing up. Aw. That was nice. I want to read the whole introduction later. It's pretty long. Baking with spices. Okay. Whoa. Storing your spices, techniques, etc. And we are in the spicy and warm. Okay. 4 spiced ginger cookies. Ooh, angel fruit cake with raspberry chipotle glaze. I never would have thought of that combo. That's pretty cool. And those of you just joining us on Amazon, we're looking through Sweet Sugar Sultry Spice, baking with spices. Luscious Pineapple Honey Squares is what that picture is. Almond Joy Crunch. Mexican Hot Chocolate Cake. Please have a picture. Oh, it does. Mmm. And what makes it Mexican is they're adding espresso powder, cinnamon stick to the chocolate, and kosher salt and cream of tartar. Huh. Whoa, sticky roasted rhubarb. What is the spice she does with that? Brown sugar, tapioca flour, ginger, which I'm allergic to. Chewy oatmeal cream pies with black pepper. Ah, nutmeg. She puts the spice at the top. I just noticed that. Duh, sorry. Pink pepper. Lusty lemon squares with pink pepper. Oh, interesting. Ooh, that's pretty. What is that? Let me see if I can go back. Ah! I don't want to lick my fingers and touch a library book, but I had to. Sorry. Triple ginger carrot cake. Wow, that would kill me. Okay. Oh, what's going on here? Grapefruit jewels with white pepper. Chocolate truffle cookies with Vietnamese cinnamon. I love that she did that at the top. Crumbly maple walnut panucci bars with clove. Okay, I get it. Now I get how this is organized. Lacy oatmeal cranberry crisps. Peach buttermilk popsicles with lavender. Interesting combo. Those of you joining us on Amazon Live, we're looking through a Baking with Spices book. Walnut cardamom snowballs with obviously cardamom. Rose latte marshmallow knots. Well, that kind of looks like a hot mess. Watermelon jasmine sherbet with jasmine green tea. Ooh, crunchy top peach cobbler with nutmeg. Elderflower cordial with elderflower. Ooh, what's this? I see lemon curd. Do I see lavender? Violet, lemon ripple ice cream with violet that's been candied. Wow, what do you think of that? That's pretty cool. Floral kissed kumquat preserves with orange blossom water. Roasted peach and custard borek with saffron. I'm going to jump ahead. Hibiscus tamarind spritzer with hibiscus. Kaffir lime leaves are enhancing the fudgy passion fruit truffles. Chocolate juniper donuts. Wow. That might taste like gin and tonic. Savory, earthy, and nutty. Sesame semolina date bars. Apple cheddar caraway scones. I think I'm going to skip the last cookbook because my whatever allergy is going on is painful, and I'm going to get a drink of water. TCM has never had saffron with peach. I would order that if I saw it on a menu. Yeah. Look at this beautiful Concord grape pie. I think I've only had Concord grape pie once in my life. And the herb that they're accentuating this with is fennel seed. That would make it too licoricey for me, but there's the beautiful grape pie. Golden semolina friands. Gooey cajeta brownies fleur de sel. Cajeta. Strawberry spice fruit leather. Oh, I've never made my own fruit leather. That would be fun. And it's cubeb pepper is what they added to it. And here's cumin that they put honey glazed corn muffins. That would be really good, cumin and cornbread. I like that. Toasted brown butter matcha crispies. Pretty interesting. And winter citrus galette. Look how gorgeous that is. Oh my gosh. The spice on that one is cumin again. Wow. Okay. Cocoa chai granola. Spice sweet potato and date bread. No, thank you. Bittersweet chile and cinnamon bark. And let's do one more. Whoa! Saffron pistachio tea cake. That was interesting. That was sweet sugar, sultry spice. I'm going to skip Everyone Can Bake because I'm really thirsty and I need some tea and a nap and to have the pollen stop attacking me. And I'm afraid to take Benadryl because I want to have a glass of wine with dinner and you can't mix. So, thank you for watching. We are going to be doing some Cookbook Divas library look-throughs throughout the week. We also have on Wednesday, we talk about tea cookbooks. On Friday, we do cocktail books and cocktail trivia. And on Mondays, we're going to start doing Menu Plan Monday, which will not just be looking through cookbooks, but we'll be really talking about how to plan your menu for the week. I do mine on Mondays. Some people do it on Sunday. But since I work for myself, I can flexible my schedule. Ansel is amazing. I love Everyone Can Bake. Maybe next time. Yes, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I appreciate you commenting. That way I didn't feel like I was sitting here by myself. I will show you the cover of the last one, Anna. Everyone Can Bake. Dominique Ansel. I'll flip through it. I just don't have my throat left to talk about it. I don't want you to hear me sitting here sounding snotty. Let me flip through. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm looking. I'll save this. I won't take it back to the library because it's not due, and I'll definitely look through it on one of our other videos and in our regular YouTube videos, of course. And you guys know how to find us. Just search for Cookbook Diva. Whoop. I was hoping to look at baking recipes. Search for Cookbook Divas and you'll find us. Amazon Live doesn't like me to advertise my social media platforms because they want you to sit there on Amazon all day. Fair enough. Okay, caramel mousse. That is stunning. I'm really looking forward to looking through that with you. Thanks so much for watching. I actually have to talk for another 30 seconds to keep Amazon happy because they want me to do it for 2 hours, so we'll just look through some more. Roasted fruit crumble. I love the color-coded pages. What? Get a picture. Excuse me. Step-by-step photos. I love those. Oh my gosh. More step-by-step photos. Oh, I see pastry weights. Oh, whoa. That's pretty awesome. All right, we're out of here. I will see you in the next stream next time. Thanks for coming.